I speak unto thee this day, and I say that I, the living God, do delight when men and women will deny themselves, take up their cross, and follow after me. For I say you are living in a time when multitudes claim they love me, claim they serve me, but I say they are deceiving themselves. For I say they do not deny themselves, not in any degree. They do not take up the cross and follow after. But I say they go in a way that is idolatry and the love of self, and I say they are made fools in the same. For I say when a man will choose any other god other than me, he is choosing the course of his own damnation. And I say when a man will go in the way of damnation, he is likewise destroyed before me. Now I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to go in a way that will damn thee, but I say that I call thee to perpetually seek to deny yourself. That is, in whatsoever way that I, the living God, would show thee to restrict the domain of self in your life. For I say that self is ever seeking to usurp, to rise again, to take over, and to literally crush my spirit in thee. And I say if you allow self to have its way, it will always have an excuse, a justification for taking away the way that I ordained. But I say that I, the living God, never called thee to be ruled by the world, to be ruled by self, to be ruled by evil, but I've called thee to be ruled by me. And I say that I've called thee to be thankful that you can indeed be brought forth in my way. Now I say because you are living in a time when self has been brought to the forefront by lustful men and women, what do you see? I say you see that moral decay is rampant throughout the land, and likewise other calamities are near at hand. That is, as men will collapse inwardly, so is outward collapse the inevitable result. And I say you are seeing the deterioration because of the love of self. Now I say there is no mistake when I gave the dictate, when I gave the command that all of those who would follow me must deny themselves. For I say that a man cannot serve two masters, and if he is loving himself, loving his own way, it is impossible for him to be truly loving me. For I say that he will always be plotting and scheming to make a way for himself, and in the process he will undermine my purpose unto him. And I say that he will find that he is separated from me, rather than coming forth in my way. Now I say that self is indeed a foe who remains forever because of the fact that man lives within self. But I say it is me, the living God, who can free any man or woman to follow me who desires to be free. That is, I can bring forth the ones who will serve me in the obedient way that I provide. And I say that I can give unto them the mercy, the truth, the strength that can only be found through me. Now I say if you really consider what a privilege it is to be uplifted and guided, directed, corrected, and instructed by me, I say you would not turn aside. That is, you would not be turning to the ways of the world, the ways of self, and seeking for the same. For I say when you walk in the way that I give thee, you will come forth in the newness of life that I provide. And I say when you will keep constant in the battle against self, I say that you will not be overwhelmed in the same. For I say if you get back to it, that every enticement, every seduction goes back to the love of self. For I say if a man or a woman is not loving self, I say they will not be lured by the world, nor will they be giving themselves to demon invitation and insinuation if they do not have the preeminent love of self. For I say when a man will put self to death day after day, then self will not rule and reign in him. And I say that the enticements that the enemy would use to lure him away from me will have no effect at all. But I say when a man is loving himself more than he loves me and seeking to satisfy self, I say that he will be easily seduced. And I say it is because he is preferring the world of selfishness over the world of denying himself to take on what it is that I provide. Now I say you must really examine yourself and face the realities of who and what you are in the light of my truth. For I say if a man will deny himself, take up the cross and follow me, then I say he is blessed of me. But I say if a man is ever seeking to keep a place for self, to promote himself, to love himself, I say such a man is a fool. For I say that he's wasting his time upon this earth, that he's meant to be serving me and serving himself, and it will prove to be the course of his own damnation. For I say that I, the living God, never called my people to be servants of self, but I say that I've called my people to be serving me. And I say that I've called my people to be steadfast in the denial of self, that they can indeed be gaining in my kingdom. Now I say that self is very clever, and a man may deny himself for a time and a season, then self comes back around to entice him into the love of the same. That is, to seduce him away from the truth, to get him to think how important his needs are. Now I say, if you really consider, cannot I, the living God, provide for any man's needs? I say that I can. But I say, when self enters into the picture, then those needs will become as monuments, they will become as mountains, and I say they will become as that which smothers out truth. I say this day, be careful what it is that yourself would demand and command that you need, for I say that the same will put you far from me. That is, if you are ever paying heed to the clamoring, the demanding of self, you are paying heed to lies. And I say, if you are ever paying heed to that which the enemy would seek to put upon me, I say you will be easily deceived and led astray. For I say you will be giving in to the love of self rather than the love of me. Now I say, when you look upon the state of affairs in this wicked, perverse, and vile generation, what can you say except that men are lovers of self? That is, there are few who genuinely love me, who take up the cross, deny themselves, and follow after me. For I say, even the vast majority of those who are claiming to be my people are simply selfish in their lives. That is, they are loving themselves, their own way, their own desire, and they are not loving me. And I say, because men's hearts have grown cold towards me, I say they kindle me in my wrath, my fury, my indignation. I say, when you look upon what it is that I, the living God, have brought forth in recent times, that is, mass destruction of property before the sons of men, what do you think that the same manifests? I say that it manifests my sore displeasure, my wrath, my fury, my indignation revealed. And I say that I'm pulling down the very selfish castles that men have built for themselves, their proud estates, and I'm bringing them to naught. And I say that I'm leaving them with heaps of rubble, because they have loved those things more than me. Now I say, why have they loved those things? Because they added to the comfort, the promotion of self, which is really their basic God. That is, it is self that they love, it is self that they serve day after day. Then they are hypocrites and mockers who claim they are serving me. I say that I, the living God, am smiting the ones who are religiously proud, and I'm likewise smiting the arrogant, hard-hearted fools who want no part of me. For I say that it is me, the living God, who knows everyone who has hardened their heart against me, and I say that none shall be spared from my wrath. For I say there are those who are hard against me because they claim they do not believe that I even exist. I say you can see that in recent times I've smitten such ones and brought them down. But I say there are likewise those who claim they love me, claim they serve me, yet I say their very lifestyles depict the fact they are serving themselves. And I say they are distanced from me, they are far from the truth, the light that I would provide. Now I say it is me, the living God, who will give to thee my light, my truth, and my mercy day after day. And it is me, the living God, who will cause thee to know what it is to be uplifted, directed, corrected, and guided forth by me. And it is me, the living God, who will cause thee to be a partaker of the blessedness, the truth, the strength, the light that I provide. For I say to me, the living God, you are given the focus, you are given the truth and the mercy and the hope always. I say, therefore, this day in an adulterous, a wayward, a vile, and wicked generation, be thankful, ever thankful unto me. That is, be thankful that you do not need to be as those who are indulging themselves all to their own damnation. But I say that you can indeed be steady and valiant for the truth, ever seeking to be pleasing unto me. And I say, taking the opportunity to deny yourself, take up the cross and follow after. For I say that I, the living God, do know the power of self, the strength that it has to overwhelm the truth if a man will yield to the same. And it is not because the truth is lacking in strength, but it is because my people align themselves with the God of self rather than me. Then I say they are turned over to the love of self that they promote, and I say they are devoured in the same. And I say that I, the living God, am sorely displeased with a generation that is indulging in loving self. Now I say that I, the living God, do call thee to live a disciplined life wherein you can be rejoicing in me. That is, wherein you can be exalting me as the one true God who is able. For I say, if you really consider that I give to thee the truth, the light, the mercy, and the strength day by day, you will come forth rejoicing in me. And I say that you will be made glad for the privilege to live, to abide, to partake of me time and again. Now I say, when you look at the truth that I, the living God, do give thee, I say, do not reject the same. For I say that self is ever present to whisper and backbite against the truth that I give thee, and undermine the truth whereby the truth does not uphold thee. For I say that reason is you are yielding to self rather than me, and I say you are far from the truth. But I say if you resist the promptings, the lies of self, not coming forth in the same, you are brought forth in my way. I say this day be glad for the privilege to love, to serve, to obey me, and be renewed in the truth that I provide. I say be thankful that I give to thee the blessedness of who I am, that I cause thee to rejoice always. I say be thankful that through me you are directed, corrected, and guided in that which I give, which is blessedness time and again. For I say it is me, the living God, who is righteousness and truth, blessedness, strength, and the mercy intended always. I say this day do not look upon the world and the vanities of the same, and imagine there is something for thee. I say do not look at what it is that self would demand and command, and bow down to the same. For I say you will find that self is literally a greedy dog. It is a scheming lawyer. It is a conniving crook. That is, there is no good thing that is bound in self, therefore deny the same. And I say, be thankful that I, the living God, am the one ever present, and to give thee the truth and the light upon thy path, to show thee wherein you are meant to be kept. For I say, if it is me that you will continue to relate to, you will find that I ever guide thee forth. I say, in this wicked, perverse, and vile generation, do not be shocked at the ventilation of my wrath. For I say, when men are loving self and they are despising me, I say they incur my wrath upon them. I say there are many hypocrites who claim they love me, claim they serve me, but I say if you look at what it is that they bring forth, it is nothing but the promotion of fleshly lust and the promotion of the God of self. That is, they are ever seeking for new ways to pamper, to make comfortable, to coddle and cuddle the God of self, to keep the fat thing alive. That is, they are ever seeking to promote who and what they are, that men would worship them. I say that I, the living God, do not call thee to keep company with those who are loving self, promoting self, then using my name in vain. That is, the fraudulent hypocrites who claim they love me, yet serve themselves day after day. I say this day be thankful to be serving me, to be in obedience unto me. That is, to be brought forth in the blessedness, the truth, the light that I give, ever made glad for the same. For I say it is me, the living God, who is the way of all righteousness and truth, the way of all blessedness and strength, and the way of mercy intended. I say if you truly deny yourself, you take up the cross and follow me, you are kept by me. And I say that you are given all that you have need of to win in the warfare against thee, for I shall cause thee to prevail. I say, give thanks, give praise.
There's lots of debris that was tumbling within that. So that is one thing. And then a little farther down the line, all of this Doppler radar data is planned to be used in a forecasting system that can actually project ahead of time where the tornado is going to go, and even to some extent where the tornado might form.
All right, Dr. Greg.